teach at Resurrection at the Cathedral, Christ the King, Our Lady of Unity, Holy Name, and St. Patrick's. Today I'm at Christ the King, and this is our first class. We're starting off with one class of brass, so that's trumpets and trombones. Then we also have a class of woodwinds, which is flute, clarinet, and saxophone. So this is the first day. They're going to be excited to play the instruments and learn how to make the sounds. It's also going to be, you're going to hear some interesting sounds. So, you need to blow a little bit harder, but what you really need to concentrate on is making
Father Michael Hermes, president of Bishop Ward High School, Kansas City, Kansas. All right, well, Bishop Ward is a 103-year-old school, and we have photos of a marching band and pep band. We used to have quite a music program over the years, and so it's been a big part of our tradition for the high school. And we had the opportunity, from the help of a benefactor, to start up the band program again. And we found a great teacher, Mr. Braunschweig, who's certified and really qualified to teach band at secondary and primary school level. And so we got some money together through some help of Benefactors Friends Award and bought instruments for Bishop Ward and also for the 5 feeder schools, the 5 Catholic feeder schools in Wyandotte County. And we started a band program, started back up. We're going to eventually have a band that we can take out in public and perform representing our school. And we're getting close to having a pep band back at our games, which will raise our school spirit. And the reason why we're doing it with the 5 feeder schools is because we're all connected. We get about 80% of our students from 5 primary schools, the Catholic schools in Wyandotte County. So if we start early, start while they're still young in middle school, that they can get training from Mr. Braunschweig to be able to go to Ward. We want them all to go to Ward and play in the band.
So jump up, a little tighter, foot no, all the way in. Ready? The music program over at Bishop Ward that I've started this year, there used to be a program, the last program had been in 2002, that was the last year of that program. There's 2 students I know that have played before. One has played drums and one has played trumpet. Yeah, that's correct. And the rest are starting from scratch, so they're learning the skill of playing the instrument, controlling their breath or their hands if they're playing drums, reading the notes in real time. So they're processing a lot of things at once. Challenge is getting the instruments. Right now we have enough instruments for the 8th grade and for the high school, but I'd like to have a larger band. Some of our bands are quite small. If you don't have something in place, it's hard for kids to imagine what it's going to be like when there's a larger group, and instilling that pride. Okay, this is a school band. We need to be visible. We need to get out there. We need to play. We need to move along. We need to practice. It's not difficult, but it's something that they haven't really experienced. Maybe if they've seen another school band play, but we're starting off from scratch at Bishop Ward, so it's coming along. First, make it like you're gonna say an M with your mouth. Okay, and then pucker your lips. So push them together, and this is what happens. This is the sound. It's kind of funny, but it goes. That's the sound that your lips make. Okay.
Okay.
So that sounds really good.
Practice first.
If you can't do it.
My name is Kathy Fithian. I am the principal at Christ the King Grade School in Kansas City, Kansas. Our kids are very excited here at Christ the King. Many of them don't have the opportunity to take lessons, any kind of music lessons. So when they heard of this music program with the instruments, we had more kids than we could service. we thought we'd have a mix of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, but there were so many 8th graders interested that we're only able to let them join at this time. But I know further down the road that Bishop Ward and Christ the King and the other elementary schools will work to make this a larger program because the interest is definitely there.
1, 2, ready, go. It would be extremely helpful if the public would donate instruments. Any instrument is going to be acceptable. The instruments that children are really taking on to in grade schools, it's flute, clarinet, and trumpet is pretty much grade school and high school. Saxophone is pretty popular, and drums, of course, is probably the most popular. But 3 or 4 years from now, I'd like to see a marching band, a Bishop Ward, and a concert band, and just a strong tradition at the middle schools, a large band in 7th and 8th grade that can feed into Ward and keep that tradition alive.